Greetings! Don't mind my absence from streaming lately, I've been a bit sick. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to share my knowledge about drafting in Take Two in Shadowverse. So without any further ado, let's draft. The class of the day is Portalcraft. Let's go. Alright, give me the legendary picks. Well, the first thing that you want to go for is... Well, you want two good cards, right? If that's not possible, then what do? If you see an insane card, you can consider picking it. But in this scenario, look at this. Paracelsus? I think that's how it's pronounced. He's great, but this is just plain terrible. So you really don't want it. And both of these are kinda good. You just pick them, right? I'll take it. Let's go. Alright, now, what do you want from this? You want, when you're picking from Portalcraft and some other classes, I'm not gonna talk about it. Now I'm just gonna focus on Portalcraft. Good? Good. You pick early game. Let's go. Unless you see some really good late game cards. This one is pretty good, but I think that these were much better. You pretty much want to pick this girl every single time. Let's go. Meta production isn't so great, but oh well, we'll just go for the girl. Alright. When you see the mid-range-ish minion, you usually don't really want them that much. But these ones will decide, and Knower of History is just insane. Because getting a prime artifact can often win us the game by itself, which is great. So we go for her. Okay. These two are kinda mediocre. Catalina is a bit better. This one is really good. But so is Lovain. So you kinda wanna shift more toward these ones. You usually always want to pick him. And his brothers, right? Alright, next ones. You don't want this. I mean, seriously, man. You just 4 mana and wait to draw your artifacts. It's not gonna happen. So this one is fine. But these two are better overall. So we just look for overall. And we really don't want to have useless cards in the deck. Unless you're forced to pick them. So yeah, Rocket Knuckles pretty fine. Cursed Stone, I'm just not a fan of this card. It's fine something. This isn't something that's stellar. It's fine. This one will prevail a bit more. Rocket Knuckles will do. Alright. This is fine. I'm not a fan of this. Let's just pick 2 minions. Minions over these spells usually. Again, some mediocre picks. You don't really want her, trust me. Even if you activate this effect, you really don't want to discard your artifact. Is that right? So, no work history, always. Gimme. Especially she's great because you can evolve her and get that prime artifact going. Pig is fine. I like Lyria. Valkyrie of Chaos is fine. Just try to avoid Pitfall. It's not that terrible, but I'm just not a fan of it. Let's go for this. Alright. I am a fan of Puppet Room. And as I said, you want to go for the early game. Unless you get some really good late game cards. Which often isn't the case, but... when you start going towards the late... when you start getting to the end of your deck, you kind of want to pick a few late game cards here and there, but Airship Veil is not one of them, in my opinion. It doesn't summon the ancient artifact, so meh. Let's just go for a 2 and a 3 drop. Pretty good. I'm a fan of Puppet Room, but I don't want the airship. I'd never want this, but oh well. Oh god. Or this. It isn't that bad though, it's fine. Oh, this one is fine. It's a 5 mana betrayal. I'll take it. Pretty good. Meh and pretty good. You really want this. But overall, Rakam is usually pretty good. They just have to answer him. This is actually a tough one. You can look at the deck. A lot of early game. This is usually a 5-drop, trust me. In Take Two, you do want to have a transform effect. So let's go for more early game. Pretty fine. And kind of mid-range-ish. This is fine. This is a 4-drop, trust me. I always played it a 4-drop. I just like puppets, and we don't have it this time, but it's alright. As well, come see. This is a fine one, pretty much, but I just go for these two again. And some late game, perhaps. There we go. Okay. Marduk, please no. I just don't want Marduk in my deck. Bahamut is a tier 1 pick, but knowing that you're gonna have Marduk next to it is just not that optimal. And in Portalcraft you can go more for the board oriented strategies, so Proto Bahamut, we can go without him. At least with Portalcraft. You can always want to pick him, but since you go for more board oriented style of a game, you just want to pick these two. So yeah. This isn't something that great, but I like Spinaria. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Lots of early game. Spam minions. Get some artifacts going. Get to your... This is definitely a win condition. Trust me, no over of history is definitely a win condition. This one is a 2-drop. Unless you really want to play it on turn 8 as a 1-drop, but she's not gonna draw you a card because she only draws a neutral card. This isn't a neutral card. She could draw you a Bahamut, but we'll be fine without it. So yeah, with that strategy, go for early game. Don't be too greedy. You have these early game win conditions. Getting the prime artifact, if you get to the late game, be reactive. The only thing that I don't like is the lack of what's it called? The lack of puppets, but we should be fine. We'll see. Alright. And we're back, since it seems to be over. Blep. Another 5 wins. Seems good. Not a great deck, but we were smart when picking cards. We didn't have great choices, but there were some pretty good ones. Went for a win condition. I decided not to go for the gameplay in this video. So I just wanted to go through the draft phase. I will mention what you should do with the gameplay. Trade a lot. You can be a bit greedy with evolves, unless you're playing against Swordcraft. Anyways, be smart. This is I told you lots of stuff about drafting the Portalcraft. Good stuff. Most of all, pick her, please. That's often your win condition against the late game decks. The other ones are pretty good. Pick her, pick him. And yeah, maybe I will stream some Shadowverse sometimes. So yeah, pretty good stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. You can also ask me on Twitter and my Twitch channel. So let them a follow if you can. Will ya? If you like it, of course. Let's open the pack for the end. So that's pretty much it. Legend, wait for it. There. Almost. I always get her somehow. It's alright. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.